Hey, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you, baby. Yeah. Happy Thursday. I hope you guys had a good evening last night. Woo, we on a downslope. See, after that hump day, see, after the hump, it's downslope. I live for Fridays, okay? When you start getting my age, okay, Fridays become your best friend, okay? Yes, it does. Thank you for clicking on my video today. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Go ahead and subscribe, like, share, and comment. That's it. I'm not going to go too deep into asking you guys to subscribe. You already know I want you to. So if you feel it in your heart to support me, you will. I'm not going to go deep into that anymore. Hey, so yes, after yesterday's video, I was thinking, I'm like, wow. Because I had did a video yesterday about, fathers, absentee fathers. Because, I was talking to a relative, my cousin. So when he was talking about his issue, and I was starting to, and I talked about mine a little bit yesterday, but it made me even like really go deep, I was thinking, I was thinking too hard and trying to figure things out. I'm always trying to, and I'm just, wow. I just, that kind of touched me in a way, made me feel a way. So, I was telling my daughter about it, because I never really opened up to my daughter about how I felt about my dad, and that, I talk on the surface, but I never really went deep with it. So she watched my video yesterday. See, and she called me. See, because let me back it up some. Like I told you guys before, how we're adults and we have to break the cycle, how our parents did us and da-da-da-da. And being a parent, you're still human. Okay, you were once a baby, you were once a teenager, you were once adult, now you're adult. You have stages. So we all make mistakes, but we try not to make the same ones our parents made, but we do make them. And sometimes you don't want to hear, things that your kids tell you when they get older, of the things that bother them or the things that made them feel a certain type of way. And I try to do this with my mom and tell her some things. And, sometimes it's hard to hear that from your children. Hear things that hurt them. And they call you on your shit. Okay? To get called on your shit, it's hard. Okay? But it takes a big person to accept responsibility, but it's hard sometimes. And I remember my daughter did that to me. Okay, see, we go around, come around. I did that to my mama, even though we didn't get anywhere. My mother is she's stubborn. Okay, she's a Virgo. Okay, and she's she's real stern and hard, and she doesn't cry. And if she cries, it's something going on. My mother's real, and that's how my grandmother raised her to be. They're just really just crying is like, it's like, what are you crying for? You just, that's why I'm a crybaby now, because I couldn't cry when I was little. Anyway, you guys know I got to give you the whole scene. So I try to do that to my mother and say, you know what, when I was a kid, and I didn't like how you, and it made me feel, and and, and it was hard. So then when my daughter got grown, she was about 20 years old, and she kind of told me about myself. It was hard to hear it. But I had to hear it. I needed to hear it. I wanted to hear it. And I didn't, in certain things she said, it was hard for me to listen to her, but I needed her to get that out. To this day, me and my daughter are just best friends. I'm still her mother, but I am her. We're best friends. We can talk about almost everything. You know, her being a young woman, there's certain things she don't want to tell me, but she told me about some things. And I was like, wow, and I said, I told her, I'm sorry. I made some bad choices. I did. But look, you still, you know, you're still here. We're good. And the choices I made, it wasn't detrimental to where she was taken out of the home and in false. It was nothing like that. It was just like I wasn't there for her a lot emotionally because I was going through so much, you know. So that was her main thing. But back to my video. When she seen my video yesterday and she called me and she said, Mom, I don't think I ever really told you this, but I feel that same way about my dad. And I was like, wow, because I never talked bad, even though to this day he think I did. He think I did. I didn't. Because my motto was, I don't have to tell you anything. I'm not going to go tell you anything. She's going to find out on her own. Because see, here's the thing. When you sit there and tell your child your daddy ain't shit, or your mama ain't shit, or she didn't do this, or he didn't do that, that's going to build up this wall to where they're going to think you're just hating on the dad or the mom. And then they're going to be in this rejection mode, okay? And they're not going to hear you. And then they're not going to find out on their own, So I wanted her to find out on her own, okay? And she did. Because he was absent, okay? I always kept my daughter in the loop with her family. I've never been that type of mother or woman or ex-wife that says, since we ain't together, you can't see your kid. I never did that to her because you're not hurting yourself. You're not hurting the man. You're hurting the child. When you keep that child away from the parent because you mad, because your relationship didn't work, your personal relationship as an adult, me and him, just because we didn't work out, has nothing to do with our daughter. I never kept her away from him or her family. He chose to be absent because he was mad because we didn't work out or whatever it was. Whatever it was, because he didn't like me no more. Okay? So we get a divorce and he moves on, like most people are expected to do. However, you don't move on and forget about your children. And that's what some people tend to do. They move on, and that first child is left in the wind. Okay? So it bothered me so much that her father was never really in her life. Okay? And I kind of talked to her about it, but I didn't go deep. But yesterday, I had to hold back my tears because her dad did that same thing. And I just didn't look at it from that. I knew it happened to me, but because he went on with his life. He had 2 other kids. Those 2 other kids are the kids that he is close to. He has another daughter that he's close to. My daughter is the oldest. I was his only wife. My daughter is the oldest. And, not to toot my horn, but she's more successful, okay, than the other 2. And I'm not saying that to downplay nothing. But what I'm saying is he has a lot to be proud of with my daughter. He has a lot to be proud of. He can really be proud. So she said the same thing, how she feel. How he's more into those other 2 kids. How he treats those other 2 kids different. How the other 2 kids can call him for financial help. And all he tells my daughter is, ask your mama. Well, my mama broke. She been taking care of me and still helping me. You're my dad. Can you, help me with something? Call him to talk to him. And she said, Mom, I'm with you on that one. I feel the same way as you. There was times in her life she needed her father. She was going through things and she needed her father to tell her, to validate her, basically. So you want to see, when you have parents and you don't even feel validated from your own parents, and you don't feel love from your own parents, it makes you feel like, what's wrong with me? If my own mama or my own daddy don't like me, then maybe there is something wrong with me. But really it's not. But that's something that we feel, we think in our minds. And then it carries on to friendships that we may have with people, relationships, intimate relationships that we may have. We carry that on. And when my daughter see my video, and I don't want to go deep into her situation and my situation because I ain't got enough time, but it just made me open my eyes like, wow, I knew it, but for her to, and she seen it on her own, and she did that to her dad. She called her dad and told him how she feels. Not after the video. This happened way back. She told him how she feels, how she felt when he's never around, how she felt that he wasn't a dad to her, how she felt that he wasn't there for her emotionally, how she felt that, she just told him. And he was like, you just listening to your mother. He said, I am not listening to my mother. I'm going off my own experiences that I've had with you. My mother has never told me nothing bad. I've never told her anything bad about her father. That's her father. She'll find out that stuff on her own. Okay? When you have children and you break up, you think you hurting the husband, the ex-husband or the baby daddy. By not letting him see the kids, you're not hurting him. You're hurting him, but you're hurting that kid more because of being selfish and being angry because your relationship with him didn't work, or because he did whatever he did to you. Has nothing to do with the kids. And so I'm bringing that back up again because of my conversation I had with my daughter last night, and it really resonated with me on a deep level. And so I want to say to anybody out there that's listening that has experienced or is experiencing this right here, validate yourself. Love yourself. Your parents, us, they're human too. We make mistakes. Sometimes people just can't hear their crap. When you go to your parents and tell them how you feel and tell them you hurt me when this happened or when that happened, sometimes it's hard for them or people to hear that because it hurts them that they did that they made you feel that way. And sometimes they can be going through a guilt thing. They can be going through a lot of remorse. They could be just not wanting to deal with it, and it's hard. But once you do that, once you have that conversation, you break through those walls and you can start building a relationship. And I'm telling you, parent, mommy, daddy issues, that stuff is deep. And it does mold your character, so to speak. It starts you off. Now, as you get older, it takes us to make those changes, But us as kids, we're hurt by our parents and we hurt our kids. We're human. We make mistakes. We make bad choices, But listen to your children when they grow up and become adults. And when they come to you and tell you things, listen to them. Because it takes a strong person to listen to their shit. Okay? It's hard to listen to your stuff and hear your crap. But that's the first step of healing and changing. I'm telling you. And when my father told me that just recently, I am 53 years old. I finally told y'all my age. And he's still going to talk about some child support that he did when I was a kid. Something that he was obligated to do has nothing to do with me. What about the other stuff? What about the other stuff? And he's still going to bring up some child support. And I'm damn near in my mid-50s. And you want to talk about something that you was obligated to do for my well-being? Because he loves his stepchildren and step-grandkids. Okay? And he's making it very obvious that that is his number one. He has kicked me to the curb and have for years. And that's something that I have to deal with. Okay? It's making me stronger. But I am not the only one out there that has been raised in a broken home. Okay? And that has succeeded in life. And that is strong. We can do this, you guys. Okay? And the only reason why I'm bringing that back up again is because my daughter finally told me some things and how she felt about her dad. And it hurt me to know that she's hurting. But she feels okay. She's better. Because she told me that's why she doesn't have any kids right now. She'll be 32 next month. And she wants to be a parent. She wants children. But she wants to be married. She wants to give her kids something that she didn't have. Both her parents together. And I told her, go, hey, do it. But I did say, don't wait too long now. Okay? I still want to be around when you have, you in your 30s. Okay? Don't wait too long. Okay? So I want to be still young enough to enjoy my grandkids. But if you do have a kid, I told her, if you do get married and have a kid and it don't work out, you're not a failure. See, sometimes we think we failed. You're not a failure. Sometimes things just don't work out. Okay? It's not in the cards for you. Okay? Sometimes your path is led in different ways. Okay? So we have to go for the gusto, keep our heads up, and think positive and not think that we failed if things don't work out. You know, because sometimes we be thinking we failed. Like, dang, I failed. I can't even keep a marriage, or I can't even keep a relationship, or I can't even. No, you didn't. You're not a failure. Because you have to remember, you're human, and that person you're dealing with is human. And everybody in the world has a story to tell. There are so many broken people in the world. So many. We don't see about it. We only see the ones that's on them reality shows. Like Love After Lockup. And I haven't even discussed the finale with y'all because I've been tripping off this child support shit with my cousin on Tuesday. And here it is Thursday. I talked about it yesterday. Today is my last day. But I want to say this. There's a lot of broken people in the world. A lot of broken people. As a matter of fact, we're all broken. Because we're human. We all got something. Okay? We all got something that we're dealing with. Okay? We all do. But don't let that flaw define you. Don't let that define you. You have to refine yourself. Take that flaw and recarve a whole new sculpture out of it. You know what I'm saying? We all have something inside of us that is broken. But we're human. We can do this, you guys. And the reason why you don't see a lot of it Is a lot of it is on TV. A lot of everybody ain't on TV. Okay? But as of, we're broken. But it's not over. It's not the end. Look, with a new edition say, is this the end? Look, okay, I'm always going to come with a song or TV show or something. Are you my friend? It's not the end. No, it's not the end. Okay? We can do this, you guys. We sure can. Today, I made me some boiled eggs. I haven't eaten them yet. They're nice and hot. I got me 2 boiled eggs. And I got some crackers and cheese in my protein drink. I've been doing real good because why complain if you don't do anything about it? See, first you got to, the first step is complaining because really it ties into recognizing it. You can't complain about something you don't recognize. See, I turn that stuff around. For me to be complaining about it, I must recognize something. Okay? So now that I recognize it and it's brought to my attention, I'm going to do something about it. It's when you don't do something about it, it's when it's bad. That's when it's bad. When you don't do anything about it. My protein drink, and I got my water, and I got some fruit. And I feel really good. You're eating healthier and everything. And now that it's not raining, okay, I'm going to take me a walk around the block a couple times. Walking is so therapeutic, you guys. Walking is so therapeutic. Put your earbuds in, put you some music in, and just walk. Before you know it, you didn't walk the mile. I'm telling you, you're going to feel so refreshed. And when you walk, just get your endorphins up and get all that negativity out. It's hard, you guys. It is. Because at work, at school, wherever, we're dealing with other broken people. You don't know what they didn't went through the night before or what they didn't been going through. They come to work with attitude. They be feeling a certain type of way, walk around like this. But we're all broken. But it's not that other person's fault that you're broken. So we have to kind of keep our emotions and our stuff for us. Try not to throw it off on somebody else because it's not their fault that you're broken. Okay? So we can't be mistreating people because we upset, because we got things going on, because things ain't going right in our life. So now we're going to be mad at that person because today they're having a good day. Today they're smiling. Okay? We all have good and bad days. Okay? So we can't blame nobody else that has nothing to do with what we're going through. We cannot throw our stuff off on some other people like they do to us. Okay? Sometimes we just gotta if they don't speak back, you say good morning, they don't speak back, just keep moving. Because it ain't always about you. Okay? It's not always about us. Okay? So look here. I just want to give you guys a little encouragement this morning. Excuse me. I want to give you guys a little encouragement this morning to tell you that you are not alone. Okay? We're all broken. We're all a work in process. Okay? We are. Okay? First step is to recognize it. Okay? That's the first step. Okay? So look here. I'm in this video by telling you guys to have a wonderful day. Okay? I just wanted to give you some encouragement to tell you that you're not alone. Okay? I will be throwing good vibes out there to each and every one of you guys. And praying for each and every one of you guys. Okay? I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you feel inspired or encouraged. Okay? I hope you click off this video feeling inspired. Okay? Ready to go out there and make a change in your life. I really hope that I did that for you today. Okay? Look here. Heads up. Nose level. Chest out. Look, I had to switch up how I say it, okay? Switch it up a little bit, okay? Nose level. And don't be walking around with your nose all up in the air. See, I had to switch it up a little bit. Keep your nose level, okay? Don't let nobody steal your joy. It was given to you for a reason. Don't hand it over on a silver platter. Okay? Keep a smile on your face even if you don't feel like smiling. I'm telling you to make you feel better. Okay? Remember that you are the author of your book. Okay? Your story is going to end how you want it to end. Okay? You are in control of your destiny by the choices that you make. Okay? The seeds that you plant. Okay, be careful of the seeds that you plant. Be careful of your thoughts. Okay, be careful of the things you put into your mind. Okay, because that mind is very powerful. You can make things happen by the way you think. You can make it good or you can make it bad. It's all up to you in the way you think. Okay, I'm going to end this video with that. I want to tell you I love you. Okay? And I will see you tomorrow. Okay? And check this out. I ain't gonna tell you to stay sucker free, because you already know that. Okay? So until the next video, peace.